Uh, Hello, welcome to the 2024 Regional Transportation Plan and Sustainable Community Strategy EIR Scoping Meeting. My name is Ivan Garcia. I am Programming Director with the Butte County Association of Governments. Thank you all for participating today, and those who later view it, thank you. This presentation will be posted at BCAG's webpage. Just real quickly, the purpose of this scoping meeting is really to kick off the environmental impact report process for BCAG's long-range regional transportation plan and sustainable community strategy. So before we even get started with this EIR, we start off with an early opportunity for public involvement and engagement. With us today, we have the City of Chico and Caltrans participating. We do have a specific webpage that talks more about BCAG's long-range regional transportation sustainable community strategy. If you need translating services, please reach out, let us know. We would also be happy to come out and provide a specific workshop to your specific audience. You can reach me by email at igarcia@bcag.org. or call the BCAG offices with the phone number listed on our website. With that, I would like to introduce Ms. Katie Green with Recon Consultants. For your awareness, Recon has prepared the last two environmental impact reports for the RTP SES. With that, Ms. Green.
Thank you, Yvonne. Today we have just a brief agenda. We'll start with the regulatory background, provide a high-level project overview, and discuss the scope of the environmental impact report. So the purpose of today's meeting is to inform the community and concerned agencies about the project, to solicit input regarding the SEIR scope, and to inform the community about future opportunities for input. This scoping meeting is being held pursuant to the California Environmental Quality Act, or CEQA, pronounced CEQA. The purpose of CEQA is to disclose the significant environmental effects of a proposed action, to identify ways to avoid or reduce those environmental impacts, to consider feasible alternatives to the proposed actions, and to enhance public participation in the planning process. This graphic shows the environmental review process for this project. Starting from the top, the notice of preparation was circulated last week, beginning a 30-day comment period. Off to the right, you can see where we are now, which is soliciting input on the content of the draft environmental document. Once the document is complete, the notice of completion and a notice of availability will announce the document is out for a 45-day comment period. Then the final document will be prepared, including a response to comments received during the 45-day comment period, and findings will be made. Then the document can be certified to complete the process. Now we'll go into an overview of the project. This project is the newest update to the Regional Transportation Plan and Sustainable Communities Strategy. This slide talks about the Regional Transportation Plan, which is a long-range transportation planning document for the Butte County region, and it makes up a plan to meet the region's transportation goals regarding current and future mobility needs by addressing all transportation modes. And it guides transportation programming documents and plans. The Sustainable Communities Strategy is required by state law under Senate Bill 375. And it is a plan to demonstrate how greenhouse gas reduction targets will be met through integrated land use, housing, and transportation planning. Its goal is to reduce greenhouse gas emissions through alternative development patterns, infrastructure, or additional transportation measures or policies that result in fewer or shorter automobile and light truck trips. The Sustainable Community Strategy identifies general land uses, residential densities, and building intensities based on the general plan land use and zoning designations, as well as housing elements of local agencies. It is also required to be consistent with the Regional Housing Needs Allocation, or RHNA. It should be noted that Butte County Association of Governments does not propose any land use changes in the RTP-SCS, but rather the land use patterns envisioned by the RTP and SCS are based on the general plan land use and zoning designations of the local agencies, in this case, the incorporated cities and the county. The RTP would be consistent with the land use and zoning designations in the incorporated and unincorporated areas of Butte County. The RTP includes and accommodates the quantitative growth projections for the region based on the build out of the local general plans. Now we're going to talk about the scope of the environmental impact report. The CEQA approach for this document is a supplemental EIR or SEIR. This type of document will provide a broad, comprehensive evaluation to cover many actions in the long-range plan, and it would supplement the 2016 RTP SCS EIR, the SCS EIR, and the 2020 RTP SCS SEIR. It's going to focus on new projects not analyzed in the 2016 RTP SCS EIR and 2020 RTP SCS SEIR. It should be noted that many transportation this is the next slide. A couple of notes here on this slide is that many of the transportation projects are not fully designed and they will require additional environmental review. Any future land use changes by local agencies will also require its own environmental review. And the SEIR will screen out which new transportation projects are likely to result in environmental impacts in order to focus the analysis. The impact categories on this screen have been preliminarily identified for analysis in the 2024 RTP SCS SEIR. In addition, the SEIR will also address cumulative impacts, growth-inducing impacts, and other issues required by CEQA, such as an alternative section. The issues on the left are what we anticipate may be significant and/or significant but mitigable, and thus will likely be individual sections in the EIR, while the issue areas on the right we anticipate will likely be less than significant. With that, I want to say that BCAG welcomes your comments on the scope of the EIR. Please submit comments by December 11th, 2023 to Ivan Garcia at the mailing address or email on the slide here and that he spoke about at the beginning of this meeting. With that, I will turn it back over to Ivan.
All right, had myself muted. One thing I do want to highlight is even though the comment period for this is December 11th, we always welcome your input, your comments throughout the planning process. The RTP SES is scheduled to be adopted by December of 2024. So we have another year. So right now we're full underway with the update to the current 2020 RTP SES. Everything we do is posted online. If somebody really wants to be engaged, please reach out to us. Happy to help and happy to go over this or any other planning or programming project by BCAG. So with that, if anybody has any questions, or not, that's the presentation. So thank you. Or David and Dawson, did you guys have any questions before we stop recording?
No questions here.
Okay.
Yvonne, thank you. No questions for me.
All right. Really appreciate you guys participating. With that, I'll let you guys go and we'll just stop recording and have this posted online. I'm going to stick around till 6 p.m. in case somebody zooms in and I could go over Katie's presentation with them. With that, have a good evening.
Have a good evening, Yvonne.
Thank you.